Hi, friends. I want to welcome you to a Friday live training. We're going to be talking about sort of a radically new way to look at how to thrive in a year of absolute chaos. And we're going to be looking at energy, frequency, and vibration from the perspective of leading your own life and leading an organization. And, if we go back more than 100 years, Nikola Tesla, one of the smartest humans that has ever lived, said if you want to unlock the keys to the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So now there is the physics concept of these ideas. So energy is capacity to work. Frequency is number of times an event occurs, and vibration is oscillation around a point. Kind of hard to transfer those into how do I manage my life? How do I manage my organization? But at our company, 9Q Solutions, we teach energetic intelligence. And, you know, people have been taught to manage time, manage resources, manage money, manage your team. But when you think about all of these things, if energy is capacity to work, then managing energy is managing all of the things that lead to my capacity to work. So let's think in terms of us as individuals. If you want to optimize your life, your power, your impact. What's happening here? We've got a little bit of a blur out. Testing, testing. Come on back. There we go. Sorry about that. If you want to manage your life, you have physical energy, you have intellectual energy, you have emotional energy, and you have spiritual energy. And so when we think about optimizing for these, it's really about a growth mindset. Do you have a training protocol set up that every week, and it's not a huge investment. Let's say 12 hours. Now, the average person is spending about 30 hours watching television, and let's assume that you're really serious about thriving, about taking your life to the next level. So you're going to invest 12 hours in your total growth plan, in your capacity to work, right? So 3 hours of training at the gym. You don't need more than that. I'm 62. I was a professional athlete as a young man. I have 15 black belt degrees. I have been training forever. And at 62, I'm in better shape than 90% of the 25-year-olds out there. And I invest about 3 hours a week in developing my PQ, my physical capacity to work, and never underestimate your body is foundational. Your strength, your vitality, your capacity to handle stress, your resilience is all wrapped up in this, right? So we're going to work out 3 days a week. While you're working out, what kind of IQ training can you be doing? So can you be listening to a podcast that's relevant to a skill set you need to develop? Because now we've got some power time going on. You're sort of doubling up, right? You're at the gym and you're developing your IQ or your intelligence quotient. The next capacity that we want to really focus on is your emotional intelligence. Are you self aware? Do you know how to self manage? And most importantly, can you bring positive relational energy to your family and to your team? Because this is where Harvard did a huge study. The number one attribute of a great leader is your capacity to bring positive relational energy to your team. Okay. Spiritually, are you connected to your purpose? Are you here to fulfill somebody else's dream, or do you really understand what matters most to you? Your truth. The number one regret in hospice is I didn't have the courage to live my truth. And so when you are living a life that is misaligned with who you really are, you're not going to be in your power. You're not going to be in flow. Your capacity to work is going to be really restricted. So that spiritual quotient. Are you connected to your purpose? And do you know how to scale your impact? And this is what's really exciting in Industry 4.0. There are chefs, people who love to cook, who have YouTube channels with millions of followers. Are you taking your gifts and sharing them with the world? So we've got energy. Energy is my capacity to work, right? The second idea is frequency. And when I train leaders, when I work with the organizations, it's about habits and systems. Most people like to think that I want to be goal oriented. Well, okay, great. So the goal is I want to get in shape. I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to lose 30 pounds. I want to run a marathon, whatever. Rarely do we achieve those goals. And most people, when they do achieve those goals, they sort of drop back to the old habits and patterns. And so when we think in terms of frequency, It's, are you deploying every single day the habits of a fit and healthy person? Because if you're deploying the habits of a fit, healthy person, you're eating well, you're getting lots of water, you're moving your body, doing resistance training and cardio and flexibility work, you will be fit. And you're not going to be fit for a day or a month or a year. You're going to be fit for the rest of your lifetime. Are you deploying the habits of a successful leader? Are you deploying the habits of a successful husband or wife or team member? And so when you start thinking in terms of energy, get a growth mindset, expand your capacity to work, frequency, look at your daily habits, look at your rituals and routines. And then lastly, let's talk about vibration, because this is one of my favorite concepts. In our lives and in the life of your organization, there are two opposite levels or forms of energy. At the very top, we have love. Love is the highest vibrational energy, it's the highest frequency. When I am in love, I'm more creative, I have more energy, I'm more exciting, I'm more engaged, I'm more magnetic. I have insights and intuition and inspiration. Love is that sweet spot, right? Well, the opposite of love is fear. So love expands, right? It's the highest vibration. Fear constricts. And in fact, going back to my days teaching close quarter combat, a person can be in such fear, they actually become paralyzed physically, intellectually, emotional, frozen. Like you can't do anything. And so we're in this year, 2025, it's causing a lot of fear for people, a lot of fear, stress, and anxiety. And we really need to get all of ourselves. We need to get out of fear and into love, serve, co-create, and elevate. That's how we're going to make the world a better place. That's how we're going to move through this disruption. And I can assure you, it's going to get worse before it gets better. And it's going to need leaders, men and women like you that are empowered and that are thinking about energy, frequency, and vibration. Every day, expanding your chalice or your capacity to work through training. Looking at the frequency, the habits you are deploying every day. Are they consistent with your objectives? Are they consistent with what matters most to you? And then really learning how to habitualize and live in a flow state, being in love, being focused, being intentional, bringing positive relational energy and clarity to everything you're doing. And so that's kind of the overarching goal. Now, how can I help you do this? We have a training area in school, SKOOL. Most of you guys know it's a great learning platform. There are hundreds of thousands of different programs and creators in there. Our area is called The Forge. Uh, Goes back to me being a martial arts expert. And one of my favorite Japanese proverbs is the hotter the flame, the sharper the sword. And so the forge is where we go to become our best selves. It's called the Forge 9Q Mastery. Go and check it out. It's free to join. Inside of the Forge, I created a 5-day challenge. I'd love to have you join. It's a mini master's class. It's $19, like a crazy tiny investment. And for 5 days, what you'll do is you'll get a video, about 9 minutes, a micro power learning. Then you get a PDF and you get a playbook that's about 9 pages that reinforces the concepts in the video and gives you great applicable exercises and tools. And you do this for 5 days, and you're going to find you're going to move from chaos to clarity, from paralyzed to power, from stuck to strong. And it is incredibly fun. If you decide to do the challenge, we're donating another membership to someone struggling to get their life back, someone in a halfway house, someone in a recovery center. So as you are uplifted, you're uplifting someone else. As you are growing, you're helping another person grow. And this is really the heart of our community. And it's really what we're up to. So just kind of a recap, if you're going to unlock the secrets of the universe, your power, your organization's power, think in terms of energy. How do I optimize my capacity to work? Think in terms of frequency. Are you deploying the habits and systems on a regular basis to ensure long-term sustainable success? And then vibration. Are you acting from love or are you reacting from fear? If you're acting from love, you're going to kill it. If you are reacting from fear, nothing good's going to happen. So that is my mini class for the day. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're following me on LinkedIn. I hope you're following my company, 9Q Solutions, and get over to SKOOL. Look for The Forge, 9Q Life Mastery. Join us. It's free, and take the 5-day challenge. It's going to light you up. It's going to be a great way to launch into spring, into Q2, and let's get through 2025 thriving, not just reacting and surviving. So that's it. I'm William Poet. Thank you for your time.